Hi, welcome to Walk and Ready Talk again. This is my 33rd video today for 50 videos a day challenge. So just working my way through on that, and um, the in the last few videos I was just talking about the what your curiosity can lead to and what you can how you can benefit out of that. The areas it will allow you to explore. Part of that journey led me to take some core courses, like which was some of the courses end up being acting courses, right? So they end up being quite a learning in those ones too. So I just took, for the sake of I had a friend who was working in the direction, and he just told me about some of the courses those are available if you want to take one of those ones. So they were really good actually courses. So he was the one. He ended up telling me that different actors in different industries, what kind of courses they were taking. Like, let's say that he said that Meisner technique, and it's one of the most popular Hollywood technique they use in acting in films and series, and you can take those ones. Just I but because as I said, like in previous videos too, just out of curiosity I take so many different courses which I never done before. So I part of that journey end up doing those courses too, end up kind of pretty much liking it, because it was such an important way of thinking, which can lead to produce results in front of the camera. So I just kind of took those courses. I felt like that was a great learning curve. So those were very specific condition, specific situation based way of kind of communicating your emotions. So that was a pretty good learning curve in that. And then, yeah, in that journey I ended up finding some other courses, some other great teachers some of the Russian teachers in the past who were giving those acting courses. So end up kind of building around a lot of those courses. So didn't take all of them, but on the same time I just end up taking introduction to acting, and then I did work on the first module of Meisner acting techniques. So I did do that. So that was pretty good. I think how it all serves you is basically you take all those courses, it will enrich your life in a different way. It will help you to communicate. You never done it, does change you as a person in a different way. You never thought about it. So this is a message here, right? Every time you learn something, it will change you or fill you in a way it never filled you before. It will touch your brain in a very different way, in a very different sense, in very different um, kind of way. So it will change you to help you to evolve. So that's why I take a lot of courses, and that's one of the reasons. And he was recommending me one of the other courses too, but I didn't take that yet. But I would say that I'd like to continue taking a few more courses in the future too, because I felt like that was one of the good courses. It was not easy. It was not just like you go there, have fun time, and come back there. It was a serious work actually. So that was like, if you're getting into a serious business of that, I would say that Meisner could be one of the good courses there. I think a lot of good Bollywood actors too, who work on those courses, and then there was those similar kind of courses are available uh, in here as well. So I just took that chance on those courses, and kind of work on those, because even though I was working on my jobs here and there, and then on the same time really had to make a time uh, for these ones. So that was quite a work too. I was always already used to be so much tired by the end of the time when I was actually heading over there, and then it was like quite a work in that too. And just they were very critical about the institute was really good. The faculty was really good too, but they were very strict. But they do tell you if you're doing it right or not, and then if they don't do well in the first module itself, they will have you repeat those courses. And that's end up happening, because I end up taking that course 2 times. They were saying they just tell they might say you to take it 3-4 times actually, because if they don't like it enough to take you to the second module. And so that's just that's the way it is, right? How they work. I'm not sure, like, it could be because of, like, how much they can engage you in that could be only one reason, or it's just financially kind of support them as well, like how they view that. I just don't have idea about that, but I think certainly it's when you do take that course to truly get the sense of that, this is going to be a process, this is going to be a journey which you really really have to put your work in order to actually portray your emotions in front of the camera. So that's the kind of sense I got out of that. So that was my one of another experience. So why I'm sharing that in a video, because even though it doesn't kind of you know have any kind of a very direct impact on and most of the audience on this one, but there are a lot of people who are really looking forward to work in this domain. People like the camera, people like the audience, people like that films, people like the series, people like all of those things, right? So why that's kind of one of the reasons I felt like I should be sharing with this one, because there is a little bit of information in that, and once you start digging into those ones, I think there's a lot you can find more than that actually. There are other actors like Johnny Depp, and he used one of the acting technique. I forgot the name of the technique. Maybe I'll put it down in the comments sometime in future. Um, so that was I think the Russian guy who taught the one of the technique, and it's just one of those ones too. Um, that's like, and different actors use different acting methods, right? uh and in Bollywood, I think it's just a lot of spontaneous work is going on, just like the way we hold the camera and do our thing, could be one of those ones. But I think there is certainly a method to that. If you have a method, you have how to lean on that, how to work on that, so you can work in your craft continuously. You have right away a process to think about and how to approach the script, and you have all of those things, right? So that could be really good too. And another thing I end up doing was like one of um, the courses for the cinematography, right? I don't remember now much of that, but I would say that that was really a good course, because I ended up taking it on Udemy, right? So that was really a good course too. So what I felt about that, because what it gives you is how to think through the story, like how to see the visuals actually, like that's just like truly amazing, right? How those images come to your brain, right, when you're writing any script, or let's say when you're being a cinematographer, right? Like a lot of times, for an example, let's say that you're shooting a film and you see that how the scenes are uh, how the locations are chosen and how the scenes are played, and when you see all of that, where is that coming from, like who's the person who actually does that, and why he picks certain location over another thing. So that is a part of cinematography, right? So when I took that course, they truly tell me, like, how the image is the same way you see on the movies, it keep flowing on your brain, right? Like that there should be in this situation, the scene should be shot on this, like kind of environment, this should be done in this one, this should be done in that. So all of that things all automatically fall in place. So this is certainly a method. This is when you see the movies, films and all those very creative mediums, it's not happening out of the sky, like out of nowhere, just kind of random thing, but there is definitely a work behind that when people do that. So it's just like, and there is definitely a technique, and there is a good learning curve. People spend so much time, especially in Hollywood areas, on writing, which is I think less done on a different part of the world, but it is really done really very well. When you watch a Hollywood film, you feel like the writer is winning. When you see a Bollywood film, you will see that the hero is winning, because it's all about the hero, and here it's all about the script. So there is a huge difference there. So script writing is one of the domains people really do put a lot of work in that. People take a lot of courses, they keep on brushing their skills on that, and then just try to learn all of that. So acting is a very different ball game in that sphere too, because you really need to be very specific on how to portray your like how to portray the script and speak your words, and how to be that, that's a peak of being an actor, how to be that, like what you're doing basically, right? So those are the kind of things, like if people are interested in one of those domains, you can actually work on those too, right, and take those courses and be educated. I guess, like, and this is my clear message in that anything you want to do, any skill you want to acquire, I think it's the most important thing you can do, and the justice you can do to yourself is basically get the education in that field, because there's certainly people who can actually help you support in that. Thank you so much. Please share my contents if you like it. We can talk more about this one. Thank you so much, and subscribe to my channel, Walker Really Talk. Thank you so much. Okay, bye bye.